just a little bit. Okay, that's more lemon than I'm used to. It's so gut friendly. I put all my clients on this and they love it. I've tried over a dozen different proteins and this is the only one that doesn't bother me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through a very typical what I eat in a day. So today's video is not planned or scripted or anything. I literally didn't even meal prep. I have some food left over from the weekend and we're just going to throw some meals together. I'm going to show you in a very real and raw way how I eat. And it's not always planned, it's not always prepped properly. I'm more of an ingredient prepper and then I just kind of throw things together. So I'm just going to show you what that looks like for me. If you're new here, my name is Asher Kleiber. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist and I help women nourish their bodies so they can overcome digestive pain, bloating, and have abundant energy. So if you're into that kind of thing, please subscribe down below and join the community here. Okay, so like I said, I have nothing really planned. I kind of have an idea of what I can put together. Like I have some chicken prepped. I have some canned salmon that I'm probably gonna pull out. It's usually what I do when I don't have anything prepped. I have some veggies because my husband Michael did some grocery shopping on the weekend. I love him. Thank you for going grocery shopping, Michael. And then, yeah, we're just gonna throw some things together. But first, my kitchen is a mess and we kind of need to tackle that before I can start putting meals together because I just cannot function in a super messy kitchen. So let's go do that first. Okay, I didn't get the whole kitchen clean, but that's okay. I got a really good chunk of it done. I'm gonna run the dishwasher, so we got a good step ahead today. So I decided to make my life easier on myself, and I'm just gonna make a smoothie for breakfast instead of cooking something. I'm running a little on empty today, so I'm just making things really simple. Again, this is gonna be a very real day where I don't wanna spend a ton of time cooking and being in the kitchen. I have work I need to do and I just gotta get some quick meals in, some good nutrition. I wanted to share this. So Michael has been making olive oil, lemon juice, and cayenne shots for himself, but I just asked him, hey, just when you make yours, make me some. So I've been drinking this the past few days. I like it. I like the way it makes me feel. So what's in here is lemon juice. It's a little more lemon juice than I probably would have wanted, but that's okay. Olive oil is such a great source of fat. This one is organic, it's cold pressed, it's first pressed, which is actually what you want to look for, cold pressed and first pressed. And it's from Spain, so really, really excellent quality. A lot of olive oils are cut with other oils that are inflammatory. Just be cautious with olive oil you're getting. Olive oil is also so good for our health in general. It's great for cardiovascular health, for brain health. It gives you some really great sources of fat that are going to help to fuel hormones. As women, we need fat for our hormones. That's something that you're gonna hear me talk about a lot. So I'm getting some olive oil in first thing. Lemon juice, honestly, I've used it for digestion for so long. I've done warm lemon water, which is usually what I recommend in the mornings. It is really great for getting your digestive system moving. If you struggle with constipation or slow motility, it's gonna get things moving in a very gentle way. It's also a gentle liver detoxifier and it's rich in vitamin C. Also, I'm gonna add a little bit of organic cayenne. So cayenne, I mentioned in my other video, it's good for circulation, it's good for the blood, it's good for the stomach lining, and like I said, these shots particularly, they're often used for like metabolism and weight loss. Not necessarily why I'm using it, but hey, let's do it. So I'm gonna do a little, just a little bit, like not too much. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but I'm gonna mix it around. I promise it's really not that bad. You just shoot it back. Okay, that's more lemon than I'm used to. I usually do like a tablespoon of lemon. He does a lot. I'm like crying. It's okay. It's not bad, I promise. Woo! That'll wake you up. Okay. Olive oil shot. Done. I always take my supplements about 15 to 20 minutes before I eat because it helps with absorption that way. So right now I'm taking SGRJ. This is for stress support. I'm taking thyroidine, which is for thyroid support and energy. So these are what I'm taking right now. I will take other products when I feel like I need them. I'm actually gonna take some NAC today, N-acetylcysteine. This one is for respiratory support. It also supports the liver. Just because it's been smoky lately, I want a little bit more support for my respiratory system. So I'm gonna take one of these 2 times today. And I have some others that Michael takes as well. He takes this magnesium glycinate chelate, and he's taking Omega Avail Ultra. These are obviously omegas. And then magnesium is so beneficial. We have magnesium stress release. This one I'm on because my practitioner has specifically brought this product in. Sometimes I will have it in for a couple months and then she'll take it out. This one right now is what my body needs. Unfortunately, I'm out, so I need to replace that. But this is a lineup for today. Of course, you don't want to be drinking tap water. I don't know if I've said this yet in these videos, but you want to make sure you're drinking filtered water. I drink Kangen water. It's slightly alkaline. Spring water is awesome. Anything that is filtered basically is better than nothing. Jackson Springs is an option that we have here too. It's fantastic. We use it for years. But you want to make sure your water is pure and clean because you don't want chemicals in your water. So I got all my ingredients here. My base is going to be some Saskatoon berries. These are only in season right now in St. Leon, so these are going in my smoothies all the time. They're so good. But usually I'll do like strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. Just a berry that is lower in sugar and it's going to be rich in fiber. It's going to help keep your blood sugar a little more stable than doing like a whole banana or multiple bananas in a smoothie. I do have a little bit of a banana here. I'm gonna add a little bit of that for some sweetness and texture. I have some microgreens that I'm gonna throw in. This is gonna be fiber, good nutrients, antioxidants. For protein, I'm gonna be using pure Paleo protein. So this is a grass-fed, fully grass-fed New Zealand beef-based protein. It tastes great. It's so gut-friendly. I put all my clients on this and they love it. I've tried over a dozen different proteins and this is the only one that doesn't bother me. This is a tried and true, very well loved. It gives you 20 grams of protein, so I do like to add a little bit more protein. I'll do a scoop of collagen as well, but this is a good base. I'm gonna add some hemp hearts. This gives you a little bit of protein as well. It is a plant protein, so your body can't use it as well, but I still like to add this for healthy omega-3 fatty acids, again, for building hormones, your brain, just a really important thing to have in decent amounts in the diet, especially as women, because we need those fats to build our hormones, like I said. My liquid of choice is full fat coconut milk. It doesn't have any gums, any sweeteners, so no gar gum. It's dairy-free, gluten-free. Love this stuff. And I add it to pretty much everything. I'm gonna add about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of this in my smoothie. A little bit more healthy fat. I also sometimes will add some MCT oil. This is a good option. Again, it's giving you those medium chain triglycerides, which are those healthy saturated fatty acids that are actually helpful for things like cardiovascular health, especially when it comes to energy. This type of fat is really good, this MCT oil, because your body doesn't have to process it as much in the liver and you can actually convert it into energy a lot quicker, which is why a lot of people on keto will use MCT oil. So I'm gonna add just a little bit, like a teaspoon. I don't add a ton of it. You have to go slow with this, otherwise it can make you run to the bathroom. I'm gonna add some sunflower butter as like a little creamy addition. I'm also adding a little bit of red mineral salt, some cinnamon for, again, blood sugar control, which helps with energy. Something I've learned recently since buying a Vitamix is there's a certain way you want to load the Vitamix. So you want to add your liquids first, powders and soft foods like greens second, or things like nut butters. I'm gonna do a heaping scoop of protein, a scoop of whole body collagen for some more protein. Of course, collagen is good for anti-aging, for skin, for hair, for nails, things like that, but it's also important for the gut lining and all the connective tissues within our bodies. So I try to supplement this every day. And then you add your frozen stuff on top because it's gonna help push everything towards the blades and the banana. I'm also adding a bit of filtered water just to thin it out a bit. I am gonna use this smoothie button. Make sure the lid is fully on. It's good. Okay, let's taste it. That's good. I love the Saskatoon berries. I don't know if everybody will like this, but it gives it such a interesting texture. Like it's almost, you can feel the berries. I know that's weird, but I love it. I just think it's so good. And the protein gives it a little bit of sweetness, but again, you can't taste, like it doesn't taste like beef. It just is a really good creamy protein. Yum. I never use a recipe. If you want something that's gonna be obviously super sweet, adding a little bit of the fruit, like the banana, in addition to the protein powder and the berries, it's gonna bump up your sweetness a little bit. But I don't even think it needs any more sweetness than what is already in here, because the protein has stevia in it, which just gives it a little bit of sweetness. And then the berries and the banana is just so good. Yum. The best thing about a Vitamix is the cleanup. You just put hot water and soap about halfway, and then you put it on the cleaning cycle, or you can just turn the machine on as normal, and it cleans it for you. One thing about me as a nutritionist, I actually don't recommend counting calories, counting macros, or really tracking things heavily. I don't think it is very healthy for a lot of people. I know for myself, I've never dealt with like anything severe when it comes to disordered eating, but I've definitely had times in my life where I've been super focused on, which foods were going to hurt me or which foods were going to be helpful, and you kind of get in your head a lot with that, right? And I think with a lot of women, we just tend to try to do things well and be very specific and detailed, and I just think it's better to not track. I think there's definitely benefits of having a food journal for a period of time, because then you can track how foods make you feel. But when it comes to actually tracking calories and macros, I just don't recommend it. I think it takes the fun out of food and the enjoyment out of food, and it's not something I ever try to focus on with my clients, except for very specific reasons. Like if you are needing to do it, for example, you're on a ketogenic diet for some kind of therapeutic purpose, or when I've done carnivore, I have tracked. But those are very specific things that I've done, very specific periods of my life. On a day-to-day basis, I do not recommend tracking. What I recommend is making sure you're getting a good amount of protein and healthy fats and fiber, and then of course some whole food carbs. I don't necessarily recommend being hyper specific and tracking every little detail, because I just don't think that's very healthy for us. And it's not how our ancestors did it, right? If you kind of think about how they used to eat, like they ate intuitively. That is what I try to focus on, is getting a good balance of these macronutrients, proteins, fats, fiber, carbs, and just not being super detailed on the rest. I have some chicken soup made, and I'm so excited. I love soup. I could eat soup all day long, every single day. It's never too hot for soup, in my opinion. So let's go make that. This is so full. I was gonna add some avocado in here too, but I don't have space. But I would normally add some avocado for good fats, but also fiber, because there's some vegetables in here, but I would like to add a little bit more. But you can see all the fat on the top, which it'll kind of mix together if you're eating it. I'm gonna transfer it into this somehow. Oh my gosh, why did I do this to myself? Why? Somebody tell me. Because it has such a small handle. 1, 2, 3. We did it. I'd love to say that I always eat my meals without distraction, but I'm gonna watch some YouTube. I do focus a lot on chewing my food really well though, even if I am doing something while I'm eating. That's really important to me for digestion. So let's watch some YouTube. Look how yummy. This looks so good. I love soup. And of course, the broth is very good for gut healing, supporting digestive health. Super soothing and anti-inflammatory. There are a couple reasons that I choose not to snack during the day and why I don't necessarily recommend it, if possible, for gut health and energy. First, let's talk about digestion. If you are eating all day long, you're never really giving your digestive system a break. And that is really important if you're trying to reduce bloating or have better bowel movements or reduce other symptoms like gas or food sensitivities. We need to give our guts a break. We need to give our digestion time to properly digest and not just be constantly putting things in our digestive tract to handle. An example, you have a cut on your finger and maybe it's inflamed, right? And you are just constantly touching it and you're kind of like aggravating the cut, making it more inflamed. That's kind of like if you have gut issues and you're constantly eating, you're just kind of gonna put fuel on the fire. It's going to be harder to have better digestion. It's gonna be harder to reduce bloating. It's gonna be harder to actually heal and restore your gut if you're constantly putting food in it. So I just suggest taking breaks between meals, trying to snack minimally and just having that space. I'm not saying to fast all day long, but just have some breaks between your meals. So I try to go at least 4 hours and it's working well for me. There was a point where I couldn't do that, but eventually I was able to get to that point and it works well. Also just allows you to clear bacteria more effectively and efficiently, especially if you do have something like SIBO or you have bacterial overgrowths. Taking those breaks are going to help to sweep bacteria through your intestines and just help you clear it better so you have less bloating and symptoms. The other reason that I don't snack or really recommend it much is because for energy purposes, you are increasing insulin every time you eat. And insulin is a hormone. I can talk about this more if you guys are interested. It will definitely be woven through my videos, but insulin helps store fat and sugar, and it is very important for blood sugar control. So you might be thinking, well, I don't really have blood sugar issues, I'm not a diabetic. This still applies to you if you are looking to optimize your energy, because if your insulin is spiked too often or your blood sugar is unstable or imbalanced, this will cause those energy dips, because what goes up must come down. So if blood sugar and insulin are spiking, they will drop, and this is why we get those lows. Especially that mid-afternoon crash or mid-morning crash, often it's due to not eating the right foods and having unstable blood sugar. So I recommend reducing snacks and snacking minimally and just eating your main meals if you can, because it's gonna help keep blood sugar and insulin more stable and therefore help you actually have more stable energy. I will say there are some conditions or just, instances where you might need to snack more. I was one of those people. I had to eat 5 times a day in order to literally just function and get through my day. But as my hormones healed and my gut healed, I don't have to do that as much or at all. I can just eat 3 main meals, make sure they're filling and full, and you likely won't need to snack, and you'll probably feel better and more energetic and have better digestion if you're not snacking. If you do need to snack, don't feel bad about it, but just make sure that your meals are balanced and you're eating the right foods. Okay, another little tip for you guys to support your digestive health: drink your water away from your meals. So when you're drinking a lot of water with your meals, you're actually diluting your digestive fire, you're diluting your hydrochloric acid in the stomach, and you need that acid to be able to break down foods properly. So drinking the majority of your water away from a meal is going to help keep your digestive fire burning strong so you can digest your foods well, and it'll help you reduce bloating and just support digestive health in general. So I would encourage a lot of water, but just don't drink it with your meals. This is only my 2nd jar today. I honestly have not been doing very well with drinking water lately. I need to get better at it, but I added some real salt to this. I'm going to at least get this down by the end of the evening and maybe drink a little bit more, but if I can get this in tonight, I'll be happy with this. I also add salt to my water because it supports adrenal function, and when your adrenals are healthy and thriving, then you will also have good energy. So it's something that I like to add in. I honestly feel a difference in my brain function and just mental clarity when I drink salt water compared to when I don't drink salt water. So it's just such an easy thing to add in. It's really, really good for our health. There's been so many lies out there about adding salt to food and to water. So I highly recommend to help boost your energy. So my plan for dinner tonight was to just make a really simple salmon, like canned salmon dinner with seaweed and some veggies and stuff. But Michael wants some roasted veggies, so I'm gonna prep some stuff for him. I'm gonna put the zucchini in the food processor so we can chop it up really quick and throw it in the oven along with some green beans. And I'm still gonna have the salmon, but I'm probably just gonna have some more veggies on the side. I really didn't want to cook tonight. I needed to cook these vegetables anyway, so we might as well just do it all today. Tomorrow, I'm actually planning on making chili, but I probably won't film that. But anyway, this will kind of get things prepped for tomorrow as well, which is nice. These are the best French beans, Hippie Organics. They are from Costco. They're so crunchy and good. I love them. I love them so much. The crunch. Oh, that's a dirty oven. What you see when you're filming. Zucchini is going in. I chopped this up for tomorrow's chili, and I'm also going to just throw some green beans in the oven whole with some avocado oil and some spices. I would love to use balsamic vinegar, but we are out, unfortunately. Apparently, I lied, and we actually have balsamic vinegar, so I'm gonna add some of this to the zucchini in the oven, and I'm gonna stir fry some of those green beans with some balsamic in my cast iron in avocado oil, because it just tastes so much better in the cast iron for some reason. Michael just got home and he bought some goodies I wanted to share. So this is just for the, what's it called, chili that we're making tomorrow. They didn't have organic, so we just got regular. He also got some fully grass-fed beef from Vitamix to put in our chili. Green onions. I like using green onions instead of white because it's better on my digestion. We also needed some carrots for the chili, organic because around the dirty dozen. Bought some dandelion leaf and root tea for liver detoxification, which also supports hormones. And it's like he read my mind because I wanted some wild salmon, smoked salmon, and he bought some. I didn't even have to ask, so that's really funny. Kind of cute. And then I wanted a sweet potato, and then he bought some grass-fed butter. And then the other little things, I got my magnesium and our deodorant. Just making a super quick aioli. This probably seems complicated, but it's really, really easy. So I'm using Chosen Foods avocado oil mayo and a little bit of Frank's and just some seasonings. I use paprika and salt and pepper and maybe a little pinch of lemon juice. I just whip it all together and then I'm gonna eat that with my smoked salmon peppers. It's starting to get dark here now, so I turned the obnoxious overhead lights on, but this is dinner. I'm actually really excited to eat it. I have a cucumber on the bottom, arugula, I have smoked salmon on top, I have some green onion, pepper as the base, I put some everything bagel seasoning on top, and then I have the cucumbers with apple cider vinegar and extra virgin olive oil and some herb mare, and I made some homemade aioli like I just showed you. So it was actually super easy. This is such a go-to mine. I usually will use canned salmon, but this is so easy to do, and it's actually really good. If you like fish, I highly recommend giving it a shot. So I hope you guys found some inspiration from this video. I will probably make some kind of healthy dessert. I usually have some kind of healthy baked good that I make myself, or just fruit, or like some dark chocolate that's naturally sweetened or something. But if I eat it, I'll show you guys. And I might have a dandelion latte because I've been making those a lot too, and they're really good. That is everything for today. Thank you guys so much for being here, If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment down below if you want to see more of these videos. I'd love to make them. But thank you so much for being here, and remember